This is not a drill. Whether it be today or tomorrow, I promise the day will come where this belt or another one on your John Deere S170 will indeed collapse. And when it does, you've got to be ready.
A little dramatic? Yeah, I know. But I promise you, these belts will occasionally break. You need to keep at least one in stock at your house so you're not running around at a big box store hoping and praying that you can actually find one when you need one. The belts are under a lot of pressure, and I promise you they will break. Today we're going to talk about the GX21833, which is the mower deck belt for the John Deere S170. Here's what you're going to need to get this work done today. First, you need a 15 millimeter wrench. You, of course, need your socket drive, and you need a 15 millimeter socket. You also need a 10 millimeter socket. So just 4 tools to pull this off. 2 sockets, your socket drive, and your 15 millimeter wrench. That's it. Okay, first things first, you don't have to remove the mower deck from the machine to be able to complete this operation. You do, however, need to get the mower deck down to the ground using this handle here. Drops it all the way down, then there's plenty of room to work your socket set, your wrench, no problem. You just got to have some room in there to work. You got to be able to take off these covers. You got to get the belt loose from the pulleys. So you just need room to work. So as long as you can get it down to the floor, you can work this without any problem. Let's take a close-up look underneath. See what we're working with. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pulleys. Yeah. Front pin section, back pin section. Hold the floating deck. Okay. This is gold. This is your belt routing. I've already thrown one of these away. Wish I didn't. I didn't realize how important it was, but you gotta have this belt routing. Part of the reason why I want to put it in the video is to make sure I've got access to it later myself, and it's available for any of you who need it. This shows you exactly how the belt routes throughout the pulleys to be able to move the mower deck. Really, really important. If you get it from a big box store, likely this cardboard will be there, which shows you the routing. If you get it somewhere else, you might not have it. So really, really important to pay attention to it and keep it if you've got it. Make sure it's really easy to put it on later. Okay, so we're all set with the GX21833 mower belt for the S170 48-inch version. We'll also talk about in a future upcoming film the snow removal belt. Different belt. Be interesting to see that as well. As I said in the intro, it is not if this happens, it is when this happens. This is a great system. It's kind of a floating system, but this belt's under tension. It's going to wear out at some point in time. And when it does, you will be very happy that you're not running around hoping that your local big box store has it available, because it might not have it when you need it. And again, you know, just having a few there available for you, because you're going to be removing snow or mowing the lawn, and you're going to need it right now. So that's what I would suggest right out of the gate here. So belts under tension. What you'll notice first and foremost when you're trying to deal with this is that front pulley here. You've got to get that belt off of there. The way you do that is you take a socket and you just, that socket wrench, and you just pull that back pulley forward, and then this will release right here. No problem. You'll see there's several pulleys that are here that the belt's got to feed around. That's real important to feed that correctly. This pulley that I'm pointing at right now, this one has a top and a bottom. So that's where you're going to need your 15 millimeter wrench to go ahead and help you get that nut off the bottom. The other ones pretty much just work just right off of that ratchet. They just come out without any problems. So you got to have both of those tools ready to go to do this part. You'll notice that as you're feeding the belt through all of the pulleys, you're going to have to take the covers off here. There's a cover on this side, and there's a cover back here closer to me here on the other side. You've got to take those covers off. Those covers come off with a 10 millimeter socket. Those 3 spots right there, and there's 3 spots on the other side. Real easy to do, just pops right off with a 10 millimeter socket, and then you can get to the pulleys that are underneath. I think there's 6 pulleys in all, but you've got to get to all of those pulleys. You don't have to get them totally out, but you've got to get them loose enough where you can feed that belt into the pulley system. Here I want to take a minute and show you a change that I made. I think it's an upgrade. I took the original pin off of here and I put a cotter pin here instead. The original pin in this floating system looks like this pin here in the back, and I find that with bumps and different things that can come off pretty easily. So instead, I put a cotter pin here, and I found from looking around a very cost-effective way to get the pins that I need for this. I don't usually do a lot of product kind of conversations in my videos, but this belt's under tension, and I think this cotter pin upgrade, again I'm calling it, is a big difference to make this a lot easier. Now you're going to ruin the pin, but that's okay. I found a great solution at Harbor Freight where we can change them out as needed. At your local Harbor Freight, for just $6, you can get plenty of cotter pins. The one I used, I think there's 20 of them there. Or if you lose one of your hitch clips, you can get that also for $6. Hard to believe, but both of them are available for $6 at Harbor Freight. Can't go wrong with that deal. Well, that wraps it up for today. This doesn't have to be scary. Just need to plan a little bit. Make sure you've got at least 1, maybe 2 belts on the shelf, and you'll be ready when the need arises.